Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us at 7. I'm Tracey McCain.
And I'm Caitlin Francis. Thanks so much for watching here on The Wax. We have a lot of developing news from overnight that we're going to get to. But first, we got to say good morning to meteorologist Jill Gilardi with a check on that forecast. Jill, this morning, not too bad, but we got a couple of first alerts in front of us, right?
We certainly do. Not shocked that we've gone ahead and issued first alert weather days for both Thursday and Sunday. So snow looks to be the precipitation type to start with both systems, but every system is a little bit different. No are two alike, though they will kind of, flow in the same fashion, where they start off with snow. There could be a mix and perhaps an end to rain. But the snowier solution looks to set up on Thursday right now. But for right now, literally, we are just tracking a few scattered clouds, some breaks in the clouds happening out there, nothing falling from them. So you get a mixture of clouds and some sunshine as it works its way upwards. Winds are lost. It's 38 degrees, so it's a mild start. Heard even melting overnight. So these mild temperatures, no issues for icy spots or anything like that. So more melting occurring. New Haven, it's 41 degrees. The temperatures right now, they might climb a couple more degrees, but generally we're going to reach our high earlier in the day, and then we get the wind to contend with. So it's creating a colder feel in the 20s already across the Northwest Hills, 30s elsewhere. So the walking wind chill, dress for those temperatures, feeling in the 30s and then eventually the 20s. So going downward as we go later into the day. So a much colder feel, and those winds are really going to start to pick up. We'll show you just how high they'll gust, and I'll obviously talk about our 2 first alert weather days coming up a little bit later. Caitlin?
All right, thanks, Jill. Let's get you out here for a quick update on those roads this morning. We do have an incident. This is taking place in 395 in Montville, right by exit 6. Now, this is a live look at that. Now, things are moving along. We're not taking a look at that actual crash site, but just know that it is there. DOT reporting a single vehicle involved in this incident. Again, through Montville, 395, right between exits 5 and 6. So just heads up on that. Rest of the state nice and quiet. You can see outside here in Hartford, 91 north and southbound, right as you're merging on the southbound side onto 84 in the capital city. Live look in Middletown along Route 9. We're approaching that Aragoni Bridge where you connect over into Portland. Things starting to slow down at the light. That's a real zoomed in image there for you. Here in Waterbury, 84 east and westbound by the Mixmaster, and in Meriden, 691 east and westbound. Moving along. No other issues besides that crash that I'm following for you in Montville. And let's get to your drive times as you're getting ready to hit the road, because we are seeing some typical delays. Nearly an hour-and-a-half ride 95 southbound towards the George Washington Bridge and the Parkway, slowing down as well. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Breaking overnight in Hartford, emergency crews battled a big fire at a multifamily home on Sterling Street. They knocked down the flames and put the fire out, but you can see one side of the building is now destroyed. No one reported injuries, and the fire is currently under investigation. All right, news from our schools this morning. People in Southbury pretty upset, some at odds, after police arrested the Region 15 superintendent for allegedly driving under the influence.
So some parents now calling for disciplinary action. Others say he deserves a second chance. Your reporter Marcy Jones is in Southbury with those details.
The DUI arrest actually happened 2 weeks ago, and that's another reason why parents are frustrated, because they said they were only notified last weekend by the school district. Police released these photos of the January 18th incident. Investigators say just after 1 a.m., 52-year-old Joshua Smith was arrested in Southington for driving under the influence after his car struck a utility pole and crashed into a parked car on Mulberry Street. This past weekend, the Board of Education addressed the incident via a statement. At a community meeting Monday night, Region 15 School District Superintendent Joshua Smith sat before parents and the Board of Education to discuss school fees and policies, with no mention of his January 18th DUI arrest. Now community members are torn if keeping Smith as the superintendent sends the wrong message to kids, or if it's a lesson that one bad decision shouldn't erase 22 years of dedicated service.
I don't think that's teaching the children the right thing.
This incident does not define who our superintendent is, nor does it diminish the positive impact he has had on our region. I support our superintendent as he works to rebuild trust and continue his mission of serving our community with integrity.
Tomorrow, the Board of Education has another meeting set to address the matter. However, it's closed to the public. Only the superintendent as well as the school district's attorney are invited. Your reporter in Southbury, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
New Haven police are investigating a disturbing case of anti-Semitism left right on a very busy sidewalk.
Well, someone found a plastic skull with a hateful message scrawled on it in the area of Olive Street and Green Street. Police now asking anyone who might have seen it or may have home surveillance video in the area to contact them.
7:06 here on the dot. Right now, thousands of people here in our state warned a data breach could put their information at risk.
It happened at a health center in Middletown, which is part of a bigger nationwide network. Your reporter Olivia Schuler joins us now to break down what you need to know.
Yeah, guys, we know 1 million people in multiple states are being affected by this data breach. This is impacting patients, non-patients, and employees at Community Health. And this morning, we do have some word from the Attorney General's office saying that a notice has gone out to individuals who have been impacted. Community Health is now offering 24 months of credit monitoring to those who have their Social Security number or taxpayer ID involved. The health clinic is also taking action to stop this from happening again. In a statement from the president and CEO of Community Health, it says in part, we have strengthened our security and added special software to watch for suspicious activity. The Attorney General's office recommends that individuals impacted freeze their credit. Now, so far, Community Health says there are no signs that any of the information is being misused. Your reporter in Middletown, Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, this morning, we're getting a look at what happened during a wild police shootout in New Haven. The shooting injured 2 officers. The suspect is dead. We have the body cam video, but we need to warn you what you will see and hear could be disturbing.
I saw you tucked in the room. Get out here.
Come out. Come out. Okay, you're okay. Show me your head. Show me your problem. Shut up.
Police say shortly after, a West Haven officer ran for cover and was shot in the calf. It happened last week on Grand Avenue while they were serving a warrant to 35-year-old Aaron Freeman. Another officer was also shot in the leg. The suspect died in the shootout. Both officers are expected to be okay. Well, President Donald Trump will speak with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today. It's his first news conference with a foreign leader this term.
So this comes as the U.S. faces a new tariff threat. Plus, a government agency tasked with distributing aid worldwide now also faces uncertainty. Your reporter Naomi Ruckham has the details from New York.
This morning, China announced tariffs against some U.S. energy and machinery exports in response to the president's 10% tariffs on Chinese goods. But the president's proposed 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico are now being paused for a month after leaders of both countries pledged to beef up security at shared borders. On social media, President Trump said he is, quote, very pleased with this initial outcome.
We have to stop fentanyl from coming in, whether I like somebody or not, and we have to stop the illegal aliens from coming in.
Meanwhile, there's uncertainty at the U.S. Agency for International Development, or USAID, after Trump's Department of Government Efficiency head, Elon Musk, moved to dismantle it. Today, offices are closed. CBS News has learned that hundreds of contractors have been placed on administrative leave.
USAID was established by an act of Congress, and it can only be disbanded by an act of Congress.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio has been named acting director, and sources say some of USAID's functions could be absorbed into the State Department. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
Good morning, everyone. We're going to be looking at brighter skies today and the wind really starting to pick up. And then we have 2 storm systems, both first alert weather days because of snow that could transition to a wintry mix, perhaps ending as rain Thursday and Sunday. But look at the wind gusts today, over 40 miles per hour possibly as we head into the afternoon hours. So we're going to be certainly feeling colder across the northwest hills and inland. You're talking about that feels like temperature going from the low 30s through noon. And look at it, actually gets colder during the latter part of the afternoon as those winds pick up, temperatures start to drop. So get ready for a cold next 24 hours, especially tomorrow. And then we're going to be tracking that upcoming storm system. We'll let you know what the data is showing now. That's all coming up in a few minutes. Tracey?
All right, thank you, Jill.